Hi guys, this is Grade Boy. I'm making this video to share my daily life with you guys. And today, I'm gonna talk about what happened during my last vacation to Thailand. Let's check it out. Last week, I had some days off and I wanted to travel somewhere around Korea, but I didn't know where to go, so I actually just was searching for the cheapest flight I could get at that point, and the flight to Thailand was the cheapest. So I got the flight ticket just one day before the trip. It was crazy, like so spontaneous. But that is the most fun part of the journey, you know, like making a spontaneous decision and trip and plan and stuff like that. The thing is, I didn't really look into the flight details because I bought it at the very last minute. So basically, I got on the airplane without knowing about the basic information. And on the airplane, I got an aisle seat and two Korean girls were sitting next to me. And like I told you, I didn't know anything about flight information, so I had to ask so many questions about the flight information to the flight attendant in English, because it wasn't a Korean airline. And then later on, I was just spacing out waiting for my lunch, and those two Korean girls were in the same company and they were having a casual conversation. And I naturally listened in on their conversation because they were talking in Korean. And I found out they were talking about me right next to me, ironically, in Korean. And one of them was like, "Why does the guy keep talking to the flight attendant?" And the other was like, "Just leave him alone, he has no friends to talk to."
Just leave him alone, he has no friends to talk to.
Just leave him alone, he has no friends to talk to.
He's just bold as fuck and stuff like that. And even the way they say that was quite offensive. And I was like, what the fuck? Why are they talking about me right next to me? That's so weird. They probably don't know that I'm Korean. I actually felt like somebody just smashed my head so badly and I was in a daze. And I actually doubted my ears and I had to double check if they were really talking about me. But clearly, they were talking about me right next to me in Korean, and I'm Korean. And it was actually freaking hilarious and I didn't really take offense at it, and it was more like super funny to me. Just think about it, they didn't know if I was Korean because I was speaking English the whole time to the flight attendant. Probably my English was pretty good. I'm proud. And after that, I started paying attention to their conversation every now and then. And at some point, I had to ask for some wet wipes to the flight attendant. And when I asked for that to the flight attendant, and one of them was like, "You already got given some wet wipes earlier. Where did you use it? Like, what did you use it for? Where is it?" And stuff like that. She wasn't talking to me, but to herself, like under her breath. I could clearly hear it. And I was like, that's freaking rude. And at that point, I really got tempted to actually tell the truth about myself to them, like that I'm Korean. But I held it back. I just wanted to see how it goes more. And later on, we got some snacks with some drinks, and I had to pass it over to them because I was at the aisle seat and the flight attendant gave it to me. And I thought it was the best chance to imply that I'm Korean to them. So when I passed it over to the girl right next to me, it was water. I gave it to her saying, "Take it," in Korean, like "여기요 가져가세요," and stuff like that. And as soon as I say that, she got totally flustered and froze off. And then she pretended like nothing happened and took the drink from me, shaking her hand. It was freaking hilarious and I was laughing so badly, like in mind, like, I did, yeah, I'm freaking Korean. And the funny thing is, like 5 minutes later, the girl right next to me started whispering into her friend's ears because she didn't hear me speak Korean. And basically she was saying like, hey, you know the guy right next to me? He's Korean. What if he heard what we said? And the other was like, what? Are you sure? And she sneaked a look at me and I was like, I gave them a like sneaky smile. And after that, they shut up all the way until we arrived in Thailand. And at the end of the journey, they were trying to pull their stuff out of the compartment, but they couldn't reach it. So I was actually helping them, speaking Korean to them, and they seemed really guilty about what they said. It's really crazy because I was supposed to be quite offended, but I was actually enjoying the moment. Probably I'm just weird. And I'm actually wondering if any of you guys has experienced the same thing, like people talk about you right in front of you without knowing that you can speak the language and understand it. And if you guys had the same experience like I did, just let me know. I'm just curious about how you reacted to it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and it was very spontaneous to make this video, but I just wanted to share my story with you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this. And it's actually way past my bedtime, so I have to go to bed. Have a great day, guys, and good night. Bye bye.